Okay, so I normally talk with my hands, and I'm currently trying to record this via my phone because I can't get the camera thing on my computer to work. So we're gonna see if this works and how crazy I look trying to remember to look at the camera on my phone and not look at my face. So hopefully it'll be okay and I won't seem like a robot the whole time. So I wanted to post a video. This is my first ever video for like anything normal and not adventurous where I was like recorded by someone else. So we'll see if I can handle that. And apparently I'm getting little notifications as I go. So that's a terrible feature. Okay, so I was challenged about a week or so ago to start a YouTube channel, which is very out of my comfort zone because I'm not really technologically gifted and such. So but I am taking that challenge, and this is me recording a video about my story and kind of my health and fitness story to help people understand where I've been the past couple years and why I decided to do what I'm doing now. So it all, for me, I guess, kind of starts in 2013. I was pretty active in high school and stuff, and so for me, that wasn't really a big deal. And then when I got married, I became less active, I guess, because I didn't feel like I had to work out to impress anybody. I don't really know. So anyway, in 2013, I had kind of an interesting year. Most people who know me know that was a rough year for my friends and family and I. And so, starting in April, I guess is kind of where everything started for me. That was when my late husband and I celebrated our 2-year wedding anniversary, and we were up in the mountains for a week. We had some friends who let us borrow their cabin, and we went up there to stay. And so we were up there, and we had like a really rainy day, and had just been hanging out at the house all day. And I'm like a super snacky person, especially when I'm just sitting around. I just want to eat. And so that evening we were watching movies and stuff, and I had brought like half a pan of brownies with me. I probably made them for like a primary class or something, but I had brought those with, and of course you can't have brownies without ice cream, right? That'd be a waste. So I brought ice cream, and so I decided I was gonna get a brownie and some ice cream, and asked my husband Jason if he wanted any. And he told me no, that he didn't want any. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I went in the kitchen to get my yummy dessert. And as I was making my little bowl with my brownies and ice cream, I started feeling really, really guilty because Jason had said no. And it was like, well, why didn't he want any? I don't understand. Who wouldn't want yummy dessert? And so that's when I guess I kind of realized that I was struggling. And so I brought my bowl with my big brownie and scoop of ice cream in, and I sat down on the couch next to him, and I was being kind of mopey. And he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nothing, I'm fine." And he's like, "You feel guilty." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You feel guilty because you are choosing to eat a brownie and ice cream." And I said no. And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I do. I'm upset because I feel like if you can say no, that I should be able to say no." And I didn't feel like I could. I really, really wanted that brownie and ice cream. And so for me, it was kind of like, well, why would I say no when I want it? And so he kind of, in a sort of loving way, pointed out to me that the only reason I really wanted him to have a brownie and ice cream is so I didn't have to feel guilty for eating it myself. And so I proceeded to cry a lot at that point. I had gotten up. So when Jason and I got married in 2011, I was like a size 5, maybe a size 7. And in the 2 years that we'd been married, I'm kind of back and forth, but approximately a size 13. And even though that isn't necessarily that for me, just that doesn't fit my body size, and I'm more petite than that. And I was upset with myself, and I knew that there was a problem, but I really, really like food, and so I didn't really want to fix that problem. But Jason and I were super active people. We would camp and hike, and it was starting to get in the way. I wasn't as I was more whiny, really, on like our hiking trips and stuff because I was out of shape. I was just out of shape. And so at that point, he and I kind of sat down and talked and said, okay, we're going to start working out and we're going to eat better and we're going to change some things about our lifestyle. And so we made that our goal. And so for um, the next few weeks, we started trying to eat better. Um, I don't really. We stopped eating boxed dinners, and that was really the big change that we made. And then we started working out. And anyone who knows my husband knows that he is super frugal, and so it's not like we were buying any workouts or anything. We didn't have a gym membership, and I'm not a big gym person anyway. It really intimidates me. And so I was finding YouTube videos of people working out, and I was using those, and I was found one that I liked kind of, and so I was doing it, but I got really bored with it really quickly because it was the exact same one every single day, and I got angry at the lady and would yell at her because I knew exactly what she was going to say because I watched the same workout video every single day, and it really wasn't meeting me where I was. It was too difficult for me and where I was at that point, and so it very quickly we fizzled out with that, as often happens. And so just a little over a month after that day that we decided that we were going to make a change, my husband passed away. And so at that point, I obviously had some different things going on, and I wasn't eating. I knew I needed to eat, and people would feed me. And if people brought me food, I would eat it, but I wasn't fixing myself food. I had no motivation for that. I didn't have motivation for many things, and so I lost a lot of weight, between 15 and 20 pounds. And no one really noticed, or at least no one said anything. Maybe they just didn't want to say anything to me because they knew I would probably hurt them. No one really said anything until like 8 months later when I had like officially lost all the weight, and like suddenly, oh, it was like so much smaller. And everyone's like, are you eating? You look like you lost weight. And it's like, well, I'm eating now, but I wasn't eating 6 months ago. And so, yeah, I lost weight. And so at that point, I kind of realized, like, okay, I've lost all this weight, and no, I didn't do it in a healthy way. But I like the size that I am. I still wasn't the size that we were when we got married, and that's okay. But I, I was smaller and well, not really healthier, but I was smaller, and I wanted to keep that size. And so I started trying to make some changes to kind of maintain that. Um, and that's when I started kind of looking at some different stuff. And I had a friend who had had a baby and had worked really hard and lost a lot of weight. And so she was kind of my inspiration. And I was trying some of those things that she had done. And sorry, my dog's moving here. I got to switch with him. And so please don't lay on that. I decided to make some different dietary changes. So I cut gluten and dairy both out of my diet to try and see if that made a difference for me. And actually, it made me feel a lot better. So it wasn't necessarily like a health thing just in general for the world, but there was a big change for me. So that was kind of one of the first steps I really started making. And then occasionally I would run if I had someone to run with. So my awesome neighbor and I would run together. But if we weren't running together, I certainly wasn't going to run by myself. And again, I'm not a big gym person. And so all these things were just kind of culminating. And then I was visiting with some family and had heard of Beachbody before, and just had some people mention to me that I might be really good at that. And so I knew from college that I liked video workouts, like DVDs, that I could do that and be motivated to do it. And so I said, you know what, why not just try this and see what happens. And worst comes to worst, I stay exactly where I am. If things go well, then I'll get in shape and be healthy and take care of myself and be able to live the life that I really want to live. And that's kind of been the big thing for me, is that after my husband passed away, I realized that life is short and I want to live life and I want to take advantage of every opportunity that I have. And I believe that God has given me this life for a reason. There's a reason that my husband died that day and that I didn't. And so I feel like I am supposed to be here. And if I'm supposed to be here, then I need to be able to serve and give and do everything that I'm supposed to do to the best of my ability. And if I am unhealthy and can't take care of myself, then I can't take care of other people. And so that's kind of been my driving force in figuring out why I wanted to do all of this. And so at this point, besides the fact this is a really long video, sorry people, I have been doing Beachbody for, sorry, I got another notification. Okay. I've been doing Beachbody for a little less than a month. I just finished the 21-day fix, which was awesome. And the big thing for me is that it finally taught me how to take care of my body. I've never really known what to put in my body. I know fruits and vegetables are supposed to be good for you, and there's like some other stuff you need, you know, whatever. But I never knew how much of each thing I needed to take in or why. And 21-day fix kind of helped me figure that out. And so I know how to eat and what to eat, and so I can face every day with a plan of how to take care of my body. And so that's kind of where I am now. And I love the person that I'm becoming, and I love the fact that I already feel better and I am taking care of me. And that's what I think is kind of the first step for all of us is figuring out how to take care of ourselves, because we can't take care of others if we don't take care of ourselves. Like the thing on the plane, you know, when the mask drops down, you can't save someone else with their mask if you can't breathe, and so you have to put your mask on first. And this is me putting my mask on. So I hope that I can continue to help people as I help myself on this journey. So that's it. Okay, bye.